ready for this exceptional video in my post about Federico Fellini event that is a post so I can for Fellini 100 that I will celebrate in Hollywood, okay? And so I will, so I have a few minutes to do this video about a worldwide event that was the 22nd international meeting of the Friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. So the Bibliotheca Alexandrina is one of the most important worldwide cultural center, art center, scientific center, and is a replica of the legendary ancient Bibliotheca Alexandrina that started with Ptolemy first, and the last patron was Queen Cleopatra VII. So this meeting that was just concluded, just finished, was honored by an important event, and that was exactly I'm showing you now. So is the 10th anniversary of the Alexandrian Center for Hellenistic Studies. That is very important because it's a connection between Egyptian culture and Greek culture. So Dr. Mustafa El-Feki, director of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, okay, this is the invitation, and under the auspices of Mrs. Marianna Vardinoyannis, that is an ambassador, is a goodwill ambassador of United Nations, and is a great benefactor for culture too. Okay, so, and also at the conclusion of the event, I have here the invitation of Madame Caterine Belefanti Sofianou that kindly invite us to the Four Seasons Hotel, and this, by curiosity, is the you know, is a Greek chapter, is Honorable Andrea Zaimis, the president, that was a former minister for Greece for foreign affairs, and this is Four Seasons Hotel. We enjoy a lot, and so now immediately, the poetry reading, the 14 poetry reading, that was an initiative, great initiative of Carmela Ruby, that was a strong member, much more that member of the Californian Friends of Bibliotheca Alexandrina, and Rosalie Cuneo-Hammer. This is an anthology of last year, so it's a great initiative that everybody can read a poem that in their own language and in English too, and then the anthology. Okay, so this 14 poetry reading is dedicated to our friend Marga Grisnik. Okay, so now I will give to you shortly something. So this is Rosalie Cuneo-Hammer. That is the introduction shortly of the poetry reading.
And this is a tradition that was recommended and proposed and accepted. The California Friends initiated the concept, and the IFBA and the BA bought into it, and we've been doing it for 14 years, and this will be our 14th year. And in your packet, you have the 13th anthology from 2018 that was put together with the help
Okay, so Rosalie Cuneo offered me to host the poetry reading, and so I was very happy to do that. So so much. You can see Marga exactly here. Marga and her husband. Dedicated to our friend Marga. And so I will start enjoying the reading of many of us. So I invite here Madame Karen. Yes. Karen Legget Abu Raya. So for all of welcome. Of course, everybody know you, but I ask to you to spend some word about you and your poem, please.
Thank you very much, Federico. I'm Karen Leggett Aburaya with the Friends of Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. I had the pleasure, particularly in 2015, of having Marga accompany me when I did a presentation to children at the Alexandria Sporting Club about my book, Hands Around the Library. And we did activities with the children. And Marga was, this won't surprise anyone, she was right there with the scissors and the crayons and the markers and helping every child make a decoration. And therefore, the book I chose is one that we, as our friends group, gave to the library this year, called "You Read to Me, I'll Read to You," by John Ciardi. And the first poem on one page is a poem for the adult to read to a child, and the next poem is a simpler poem for the child to read to the adult. And I think Margaret would love that concept of reading back and forth and sharing a book. And this is a particularly humorous one, but you have to listen closely to get it. And I'll show you the picture, although it's a little bit small, but you can see there's a mouse up here and a great big cat here, and a little hole for the mouse down here. And the poem is called "I Wouldn't." There's a mouse house in the hall wall with a small door by the hall floor, where the fat cat sits all day. Sits that way all day, every day, just to say, "Come out and play." To the nice mice in the mouse house in the hall wall with the small door by the hall floor. And do
So this is a short edition of the poetry reading for all of you, and so we go. This is a picture of Karen, of course, and this is me that now will listen. What we have the honor to have here Madame Shawikar Abdelaziz, Egyptian friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Microphone to you straight.
I don't know what to say, but yesterday when they was the books gift donation, Mrs. Marga present all the books, and I note one Hindu scriptures, and she wanted to read the poem, so I give it to Mrs. Rosalie if she would be able to read it in English. But my poem is in French, and the name is Le Lac. And remember la description de l'Égypte, which has been translated in Arabic. I think we should add in this 22nd anniversary a good touch from the Greek friends celebrating with us and all the IFBA, and that is mean a new chapter about the good relationship between the IAFBA and the Egyptian Association Friends. And also, I would like to thank the Egyptian Association Friends for the excellent presentation of the book of the ancient pharaohs by Emmanuel Kanmouji and the progress in the fields of medicine about Dr. Magda Omar. She is surgeon, and to thank also about Sahar Hamouda, and the African role, and Egypt and the African role in Baifa at the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, and which it's Maha Abbas is the head of this presentation and help.
Okay, so it's a short, short report about the poetry reading, the exceptional poetry reading dedicated to our friend Marga. And now we go straight to Cinzia Milani. So Cinzia Milani is a great activist of the Italian Friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, especially for children interest and rights, and is a wife of a famous design artist, Armando Milani, and all of you know that the poster of the dove of Armando Milani for peace was adopted by United Nations. So after Cinzia Milani, we have here the presentation, some presentation of, I think, Aida Calafalla. Exactly, Aida Calafalla of Minnesota Friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. Sorry, this is a short version. So.
Something very touchy that happened to me the day of the ceremony for the books. I knew that Marga, and we talked about it, was preparing for this meeting, and she was collecting.
Okay, so Aida Calafalla, and so she will continue the speech, and then she read some fantastic poem, and so we have Aida here. Dead is Dead. There was a fantastic poem. In any way, we can have Aida yet, and we can have next year's 14 anthology of the BA, Bibliotheca Alexandrina Friends Poetry Reading. So we can go shortly to This is Aida, and then me that I introduce, I think we will see. Yes. The Certificate of Appreciation of the Italian Friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina for Marga Grisnik, that I gave to her husband. Okay, so here there is the husband, as you saw with me and with Marga in the screen, okay, with the certificate of appreciation. We gave this year 7 certificates to people that really gave to the world something important, as Zakia Was, as Pinos Ravioli, that is an international TV star, especially in Italy, Angela Aliotto, and many others, included Armando Milani, and the famous actor Franco Ricordi. And so now we can proceed shortly with the poetry reading, okay? And so we are pleased to have here. So this is I think I invited, after the husband of Marga, Andrea Zaimis, and then in fact, here is Andrea Zaimis, that is head of the Greek chapter of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina. You can see our President David Wardrop, a lady that is a part of the staff of Doha, and she made a great job about the video of this poetry reading. So now we pass to, we will see, is Andrea Zaimis, okay.
Poet born in Alexandria of Egypt. So now I give the microphone to Rosalie.
Rosalie Kunehammer.
I can give to you directly if you like.
Okay.
Thank you, Federico. We're here, of course, with the theme of humor and Marga's droll humor, and we're extracting from her personality and her sense of bringing out that quality. Life is fleeting and fragile. And I'm going to read from two poets, one, and they're all very, very short. One is a children's writer and poet.
Okay, so now we go to, this is Rosalie. Now we go to the,
Sleeping Sardines.
yes,
Our little friends, the sardines.
is a,
I'm tired of eating just beans, said I, so I opened a can of sardines. But they started to squeak. Hey, we're trying to sleep. We're snuggled up tight till you let in the light. You big silly sap, let us finish our nap. So close up the lid. And that's what I did. Will somebody please pass the beans? And then the land of happy. Have you been to the land of happy? Where everyone's happy all day, where they joke and they sing of the happiest things, and everything's jolly and gay. There is no one unhappy and happy. There's laughter and smiles galore. I have been to that land of happy. What a bore.
so thank you so much, Rosalie. We, after few minutes, we have to finish the video. So we will see here what,
Okay, perfect.
so I think here could be me, that I read.
So now, after this great friends and readers, unfortunately, I have to read a poem. So it's a big, there is always a big discrepancy from the authentic people and fake people. Okay? So this is a big issue about poetry, because the poets are against the actors that read poems, because the actor could transform completely a poem or destroy a poem, or we hope to improve. No, it's a joke. Okay, so now, of course, it's about Marga that I composed. So is new is only about Marga, but of course Marga was so generous, so is regarding all of us. Okay, so I try my best, because again, against our roles, I didn't have, unfortunately, the time to prepare. So I will be like each one of you, okay? Okay.
Like improvisation.
The title is Marga, the Eyes. the color of the sky of your eyes. Present itself to me now. And you all say it. Because you, Marga, tenderly impose it on us, being your eyes, the intensity of your eyes, the messages of your eyes, part of our glorious Bibliotheca Alexandrina, part of us. You are here, Marga, to inspire us with your strength, with your sense of truth and reality, to guide us, to hold us together. True, Marga? I know. You don't like long poems, long speeches, I know. You always go to the essential. And I am doing it. So I conclude quickly, as you want.
Okay, so we conclude quickly. This was me. So we passed to another guest that, of course, is
another great reader,
reader.
From Germany.
Germany,
Yes,
Wolfgang. Okay. And so a fragment from Wolfgang, that is, this is Wolfgang, is a German friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, so is Fahima Nokrashi's leader, and so I hope there is some recording, but anyway, in other video of YouTube you can have everything. So this is Wolfgang. That was great, super great. So I hope something is here. And then
ein Stücklein Trockenbrot zum Leibgericht. Wer ihn nicht selbst besitzt, der hamstert ihn vergebens. So hat man ihn entweder oder hat ihn nicht. Humor ist schwierig oder gar nicht zu ergründen. Er ist stets taktvoll, niemals vorlaut und nicht spitz.
Okay, so now we have, this is just panorama, some view of the friends, of the readers. So we have Ginger now, that she read some part of the frogs of Aristophanes. Okay, of course everybody knew Aristophanes, and this was great. And this is Ginger during her great performance. And so now is David Wardrop, that gave, the president of International Friend of the Bibliotheca Alexandrina from UK, that gave some great, read some great poem. I hope we can see a little bit.
I had the same difficulty as Wolfgang finding him. The poem really made me laugh about humor.
Okay, so This is David, and I think is a conclusion. I think the conclusion is for Rosalie, I think, and so we will see this short video. What is?
Thank you so much to everybody, and so hopefully we will see each other next year. Thank you.
Perfect. So I think, yes, this is a certificate of appreciation of Italian friend to the great artist Armando Milani. So we are concluding our video. So I appear a little bit, okay? And thank you so much for your attention. This video will be broadcast by BAVC Television in my program Count Verdal TV show. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Bye.